Hey everyone, it's Daphne from Scrap and Create. Good morning. I'm here to share the newly completed Farmhouse album from Graphic 45. This is a 10.5 by 8.5 mini album, not so mini album. I really enjoyed putting this together. This is a beautiful collection. Lots of you guys have been waiting for it, so I'm happy to be sharing with you today. So I'm going to point out some of the features on the cover. So these are some of the die cuts that come with if you purchase the bundle, as well as the tickets. This is chipboard. This is fussy cut from the signature page, piece of ephemera, and then I just cardstock backed this cut apart just to sort of pop it out a little bit more. These are the Graphic 45 rose bouquets in black, and then I guess not on the cover, but in a couple of places I did feature the flat back pearls, and I used gold and black in the album. And this is a piece of the chipboard, and then here's just a simple back. And if you buy the collection from us, you'll get the ribbon that I used both on the front, which is mostly covered, and the back, as well as some additional ribbons. Okay, here is our inside. I'm just checking to make sure I'm in frame everywhere. This is just a couple of pieces of the designer paper married together, patterns and solids. I think this is a pattern in solid too, and a strip here. Here's the chipboard with those flat back matte pearls, and this is a waterfall feature. And I'm doing my best to stay in frame, but it's going to be a little bit of a challenge because it's a large book. So the waterfall actually is going up. And then the last feature in the waterfall holds everything in place. Two large flaps that open left and right. This is a cut apart, and this is from the die cuts. And because it's in 10.5 by 8.5, the pages are 8 by 10 or 10 by 8. So you have these huge photo mats, and you'll see that I've only put a decorative strip on them. And at the end, I'm going to share with you what I have left over, and you'll know why. And there's only a decorative strip. If you just go with the bundle, you may run out of paper. Okay, so here's a bifold card here, and this card is tucked into a pocket, and it's meant to hold these two flaps into place. And this is another one of the die cut pieces. Okay, here's a piece of the chipboard. Two large flaps that open left and right. I did some color blocking here. This is fussy cut. I believe from the 8 by 8 collection. There's a cut apart page, and that's where this came from. And all of these, I'm not demonstrating it, but all of these are open so that you can slightly tuck your photo. You can go either way, post it over it or tuck it behind. And another large photo mat. The photo mats themselves will hold a ton of pictures. Okay, here we are on page 4 and 5. So these are ephemera cards that I've backed with black cardstock, and then I added the red, which is from the patterns and solids, and then put black cardstock behind it just to make this very interesting here. And these open out, and then these both open. I'll close this side and show you. So this is the spread for page 4 and the spread for page 5. And then each one of these opens away from the spine and away from the pocket. So you can see, just a ton of photos just, on half a page. So you've got 3 places to lay photos and 2 on the side. Okay, so we'll show you the flip side, which should look the same. The tutorials for this album are available and online already. Okay, which includes the base album build. We still have plenty of the Farmhouse in stock if you guys are looking to purchase it. We are open. We're an online store, so as long as the postal service is running, we are going to be around for you. 2 just cardstock backed ephemera cards, piece of chipboard here, did some color blocking. This is from the die cut pack. And then on this side, we've got that small pocket and a ephemera journaling card that's holding these flaps in place. Nice and simple. And this is from the chipboard, and that's another flat back pearl. Chipboard, I said chipboard, that's die cut. This is chipboard with 2 flat back pearls. Another large photo mat. Okay, and now we're back to what is essentially the same design as page 1. I just embellished it differently. I have an ephemera journaling card here. It opens like so and like so. This is from the die cuts. This has to stay open for the waterfall feature to function. This is chipboard, 2 of those flat back pearls, and a waterfall feature. Okay, and then we'll close this up. And then the back cover looks essentially the same as the front. I had thought about further embellishing it, but then I decided to leave it plain just so that there's more photo space. There's the back, nice and simple and flat so that it'll rest nicely. I'm going to set this aside and I'm going to show you what's left. So of the bundle, I have 2 intact 12 by 12 sheets. And I was doing this before and I kind of got away from it. And now I'm going to try to get back to doing it. Here are, I think I've got 4 or 5 partial 12 by 12s. That's all that's left of the 12 by 12s. And then this is the rest of the scraps. I think I have 1 8 by 8. Yeah, 1 8 by 8. Everything else has been cut into. I think this is, make that 2 8 by 8. So 2 12 by 12s, 2 8 by 8s, 4 or 1, 2, 3, 5 12 by 12s that have been cut in half. And then everything else is, you know, these are probably 2.5 inches wide. I've got a couple of pieces that are 3 or 4 inches wide, but not a whole lot of scraps. Plenty to further embellish and make cards with the journaling cards that are left. There are journaling cards left in this pack too. So you could either further embellish the album, or you could make, you know, probably, I would say at least, you know, 2 dozen cards out of this, assuming you're using some other card stock, not just the Graphic 45 collection. So there's a lot of scraps left over to make cards with, but there's not enough for like a second large project. Certainly not of the 8 by 10 size. So that is the album, and I'm glad you guys are here to take a look at it. And like I said, all of the tutorials are available online as usual. Thanks again for coming by and spending time with us here at Scrap and Create. We appreciate you taking time and sharing it with us. And if you get a chance, click on the Show More button and you'll find the material list for this album, and if you continue to scroll, you'll find the cut list for this album. So thanks again from Scrap and Create. This is Daphne saying have a good day. Bye.